Vlogmas day 5. A bitch run out of ideas, clearly. What's good, guys? It's Wavy Spice here, and I'm super excited for this video. Vlogmas day 5. A bitch run out of ideas, clearly. What's good, Spice Gang? If you're new, welcome to WavySpiceTV. I make videos on beauty, fashion, lifestyle, New York living, and my videos are catered towards those that don't fit into your typical beauty standards. So you might be dark skin, you might be simply a woman of color, you might be plus size, mid-size. You don't fit into the beauty standard, but you also don't give up. Definitely want you guys to join the Spice Gang and become a Spice Girl. Stick around because we have a whole lot of fun over here. But in today's video, I'm going to just be doing a holiday makeup look for beginners. And I really explained everything in detail. I had a few people like asking me about my makeup routine, and I just wanted to show people like a beginner friendly makeup tutorial. And it's like chill, like it's not doing too much. It's very neutral, you know, and it's just like a red lip. Really simple, easy. And I'm also gonna show you guys a cute outfit idea that you can wear as well. If you guys like this hair, I have a really sped up tutorial on TikTok of how I did this, but it's like really easy to achieve this. Beauty supply store hair. If you guys want to see how I did it, just look at my TikTok. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the video. Don't forget to follow me on all my social media accounts. I have TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. I have all that good stuff linked below. Also, don't forget to subscribe on your way out. All right, so what's good, y'all? I am going to start off by doing my eyebrows, and I'm gonna keep it really simple. This is gonna be like a very simple, basic makeup tutorial. So I'm just gonna spoolie out my eyebrows. And I'm gonna use a powder to fill in my eyebrows just because I really want to keep this very beginner friendly. I've had a few people asking me for like beginner friendly tips, so that's what I'm gonna do for y'all. So I'm gonna use this dark brown powder, well, dark brown eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows. And you don't have to be super fancy when it comes to your makeup. You can literally work with what you have. I'm just gonna fill this in, and when you fill in your eyebrows, it's really simple. You use small light strokes and go along with the shape of your eyebrows. The easiest way to do it. And I just feel like powder looks a lot more natural. And I'm gonna go in the front, and I'm gonna flip my brush to be like I was using my brush laterally. Now I'm gonna put it vertically and feel. Ooh, I used a little bit too much. Ooh. Okay, I usually don't like my brow to be that intense, but it's okay. We're gonna make it do what it do. Okay, so I got both my eyebrows filled in. As you can see, they're not really even, but that's okay because you can correct this with your concealer. And I'm just going in with the Juvia's Place concealer, but you can use any concealer. Don't feel like you have to get something like Juvia's Place. You can find this at Ulta, so it is kind of like drugstore, but a really good concealer is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. And I also love the L'Oreal, the hydrating L'Oreal one. I can't remember the name of it exactly. And I'm going in with this little flat brush from e.l.f. Also, you do not have to pay a lot of money for your brushes. Some brush recommendations that I love. e.l.f. is really good, but Real Techniques is like super bomb. And I always recommend Morphe, which is another product that you can get from, Ulta. So it's like drugstore quality, and their brushes are like $8, $9. They go up to as high as like, I think 20, but I really love their eyeshadow brushes. And then you just want to blend down after you put that on. Okay, and as you can see, that thinned out that brow a lot, so it makes it look a bit more like the brow on the other side. Do the same thing over here. So the eyebrows are done, and we're definitely gonna blend this out, so don't worry, ladies. So I'm gonna go in and blend this out with my beauty sponge, and this is a elf beauty sponge, I believe, which is really good. I think it cost about $6. Also Real Techniques has a really good blending sponge as well, and we're just gonna blend that out so it looks nice and even. And now I'm gonna go in with a primer. Primers are a major key if you want your foundation to look really smooth. It's just like your base. I'm using this one from e.l.f. and it's really awesome and it's inexpensive. This is gonna make your skin look like silk. It's also gonna keep your foundation on. Especially since we're like wearing masks, I use this as a technique to not have my makeup transfer when I'm wearing a mask. Even though my makeup still transfers, it makes it a lot less than if I didn't use a primer. This is also gonna like fill in any pores. If you have big pores, it'll fill those in for you so you won't be able to see them. And I feel like it even conceals those little tiny like bumps in texture, which I do tend to get that from time to time. Boom. So we got this on, and now we're gonna go in with our foundation. And a recommendation for my dark skin ladies, when it comes to your foundation, try going a shade darker than what you feel like you are, because you can always brighten up a darker foundation with your concealer, because normally you're going to use a lighter concealer anyways. The foundation that I'm using is going to be the Maybelline Fit Me. So I really enjoyed this foundation. It's really good. It's matte and it's inexpensive. I think it costs like $6. I'm in the color 370 Bronze, and you're going to see this is going to be a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I actually like it that way. It took me a while to grow into liking my foundation like that. I used to be one of those people that wears my foundation like true to like the middle of my face, but I like this one a little better now. So, and you don't have to use a lot. You can probably just stop right here, but I like to be a little cake face, so I'm gonna use kind of a lot, not gonna lie to you. And I do like to put my foundation on my neck just so everything blends. Because, I mean, as a black girl, as a dark-skinned female, honestly, just as a woman of color in general, if you have pigment in your skin, you're normally going to have different colors all over your face. As you can see, I have, like, lighter in the middle, darker on my neck. So, yeah, it's really up to you. You do it however you want. If you want to match your neck, you do that. If you want to match the middle of your face, you do that. This is just how I do it. And as you can see, when I'm putting on the foundation, I'm patting it. I'm patting it in, and that's how you really achieve a nice, flawless look, in my opinion. And you can wet your sponge. I didn't wet mine because I'm honestly kind of in a rush. I want to get it on my ears too, just because I want everything to look really, really smooth and seamless. So we got the foundation on, and this is like really a good color match for me, in my opinion. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set my foundation with a powder, and I actually use the Fit Me powder as well. As you can see, Fit Me is really good, and their powders are like so awesome. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. I use the shade Deep 35. This is what I use to set my actual face with, and then I also do have a different shade to set my concealer. And I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush. This is a Real Techniques brush. Tap off the excess. This step, I'm actually going to go in and set my face, and I'm just gonna, you can use any setting spray. I'm going to use the setting spray that I don't really like that much, but it's the only setting spray that I have right now. One that I truly recommend is the Morphe setting spray. I love it because it's a fine mist. The one that I'm using though, it's the Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day setting spray, and it's okay, but I really hate the smell. It's like a lemongrass scent, and I just don't really like the smell of lemongrass. Whew. Let that dry. And the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my, you know what, I'm going to go in with my concealer. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do a concealer technique that works really well. It also allows you to use less concealer. So the way that you do it is you just conceal here and then here. And I like to like help with my contour by concealing like this down the side of my nose. And I'm using the same concealer that I was using earlier, which is the Juvia's Place in the shade 11. And I'm flipping over the brush to do the nose so that it's a really precise line. And something that I like to do with my concealer is let it dry down a bit before I blend it out. So I'm gonna actually hop into putting some concealer on the eyes as a base for our eyeshadow. And I'm gonna do a super simple eyeshadow look. I just want to do like some matte browns, I think. Keep it super simple. This is like a Christmas look as well. So this is something that you could like wear around the family without being like extra over the top and dramatic. And this is just gonna help the shadows pop. So we're gonna talk about some tips for eyeshadow. As far as brushes, like I said, Morphe, really awesome for your brushes when it comes to doing eye makeup. Also, Ruby Kisses, beauty supply store brand, they have pretty good brushes. BH Cosmetics, and of course, like I said earlier, Real Techniques. These are ones that I have to take with me. It's going to be, they're actually BH Cosmetics and Morphe. So it's the Morphe 415. I also like the Morphe 562, which is a little bit smaller. This is the 514. I like this BH Cosmetics brush 101. Then I also like this BH Cosmetics brush 103 for packing on the lid. Something else that you absolutely need is a color switch. This is the Sephora color switch. A bunch of different brands make it. It's just the easy way to like get the eyeshadow off of your brush so you don't like mix up any colors. Let me go ahead and blend out my concealer. It blended out so nicely, and when you do this technique of letting it get a little stiff, it really allows the concealer to not move around so much. And then another trick to blend out the edges, you want to flip, because right now I'm using the pointy end of the sponge. To blend out the edges, go back to the side where you use your foundation, so it's adding a little bit of darkness and mixing in those two colors. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set this. I'm gonna use another Fit Me powder. This is a little bit lighter though. This is the shade 30. So this is in the shade medium deep. So I use this since I use a little bit of a lighter foundation underneath my eyes. We can hop back into the eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I'm just gonna do something really like basic and neutral. So I'm gonna use this one. I'm going with this shade as my transition color. Transition is how you always want to start out with, and that really just means color that matches your skin tone. I'm using this big fluffy brush. You do not have to be neat with this at all. Like, you can be sloppy. You just want to do like circular motions and use a big fat fluffy brush. Buffing circular motions. That's the key to blending things out. And it's about like layering and slowly packing on the color. Even though I'm not really slowly packing on the color. Normally when you're doing like a more colorful look, you gotta be a little more precise. But with this look, you don't gotta be that precise. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a darker shade. I'm gonna downsize my brush this time because I wanna focus this more in a more focused way. So, and we're gonna go a little bit tighter in on the eye. Focus it on the outer corner. Same circles. Boom. Same thing on the other side. go back in with the first brush that we started off with, the fatter fluffy brush. Go back in with the first shade that we started out with. Buff the outside. Just make sure, that just ensures that it's blended. Real simple. And I think I do want to kind of add some sparkle, because that's what makes it like Christmas, right? Or holiday look. I'm gonna go in with my finger though, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here. So far we've used this color as a transition, this to deepen the crease, and now I'm gonna go with this color. And this technique with the finger is one of the main reasons that I stopped wearing fingernails, because I can't do this if I have a nail on. And I just love being able to get in there. And this color is so pretty. Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. It's so pretty. This palette is so good. It's the Desi X Katie Dose of Colors palette. But Dose of Colors, you can't really go wrong with them. They make really good products. Now that's something that you can only find online, but they are really awesome. So that's what we're looking like right now. Okay, so with my liner technique, also gonna keep this really simple. I'm just gonna use this black e.l.f. liquid liner. You don't need to pay a lot of money for a liner, ladies. Just make sure you get one that has a nice wiggly tip like this. I prefer these kind as opposed to like the pen kind. And also another thing is, it's easier if you use like a mirror and look down. But I'm gonna show you guys a technique that I use, and I got it from BK She Devil off of TikTok. I don't know if y'all have TikTok. If y'all got it, follow me on there. And I'm gonna make my first line going like upward. As you can see, I did the line more upward as opposed to out. Like a triangle. Boom. Fierce. Real fierce. And you don't gotta do your stuff like this, but me, I'm just dramatic. They're not the same, but that's okay. You're not gonna really notice once I actually put the lashes on. I'm about to show you guys the easiest way to apply your lashes. So when you want to apply your lashes, you need to get some lash glue that looks like this. Has a brush on tip. Apply it just like you applied the liner. This also dries clear. Get you one that dries clear. Keys to this is actually letting the glue get tacky. So we're gonna let this sit for a minute. I'm gonna undo my lashes. Look at this gorgeous packaging. Obviously Voguish Beauty Collection. That's pretty much like some of the only lashes that I wear. And for my contour, I'm just gonna use Max Blunt powder. OG powder works really good for women that are dark skinned. Mine is almost gone. I really need a good contour recommendation as well, and I'm gonna go in with this Kat Von D #2 brush. Any type of brushes like this is nice because it goes into the side of your face really easily. And this is what's gonna bring all the color back into your face, because we got kind of lost in all the powder and everything. Also gonna do my nose contour. I'm gonna do this with like a fluffy blending brush, and it's just gonna follow the line of my nose. I did my nose contour a little bit sloppy, but you guys get the gist. We're gonna go ahead and pop these lashes on, because now we're nice and tacky, and you just start by putting the middle on first and then attach the ends, and I'll show you what I mean by that. I could have actually stood to trim these down just a bit, but we doing it at this point, child. So we just doing it, baby. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and respray my face off because we're looking a little powdery, honey. And of course, is it really a holiday look if we don't do a red lip? So I'm gonna start off with MAC lip pencil in the shade Night Moth, which you absolutely need, sis. If you're dark skin one of color, this is a shade that you absolutely need. And I'm gonna overline my lips. I'm also gonna do this like cute little lip technique that makes your lips look super cute and pouty. So the way that you work this is you have to underline this part of your lip and overline the top part of your lip. So I'm gonna show you guys what I mean by that. Underline, so inside of where your actual lip is here, and then at the top, outside of where your lip is, so overline. Creates a super cute illusion. And the red lip that I'm gonna use is the ColourPop Season 10 Makeup Shayla Red, which is like my favorite red. You can also use like a classic like Ruby Woo, or Fenty Stunna is okay too, but I like this color better for dark skin. Perfect. As you can see, it really gives your lips like a cute little look. Okay, and the last thing that I'm gonna do is highlight, and I'm gonna highlight with this Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Crown My Canopy. It's one of my favorites, and I'm going in with this. It's my Ray Ray by BH Cosmetics fluffy little brush to do my highlighter. This is the finished look. I'm gonna come back to you guys once I have like my outfit and everything on, because sis, we're not doing red on red. That's what we're not gonna do today. So yeah, I'll be back to you guys in a second. This is the finished look that we came out with. I think it's super cute, super basic. So the bodysuit is from Fashion Nova. The skirt is from Walmart. The shoes are Charlotte Russe, as well as the jacket is Forever 21. Super simple and cute. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to join the Spice Gang, become a Spice Girl, and subscribe on your way out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.